In this video we shall see some more relationships in profit and loss, and this is a continuation video of our first video on inverse proportion and another video on profit and loss part 1. So let us recap what we did over there. There we had taken the example in inverse proportion as distance equals speed into time. So when the distance is constant and speed is increasing by 1/4 or speed is increasing by 25%, then the time will reduce by 1/5, that is 20%. So if the speed is increasing by 1/3, then the time will reduce by 1/4. So this is what we had seen in inverse proportion. And in the same way, if we take speed equals distance into time, and if speed is decreasing by 1/4, then the time will increase by 1/3. So it will be this relationship, that is there is one of them, that is speed or time. If it is decreasing by 1/4, then the other will decrease by 1/3. So it does not matter which one is decreasing or which one is increasing. The relationship will be like this: if one increases by 1/3, the other will drop by 1/4. So if one is increasing by 1 by a, the other will drop by 1 by a plus 1, right? So this is the relationship that we had seen, and we had also seen this relationship in price, cost, quantity, etc. So let us take this example, that is the cost price of 50 mangoes is equal to the selling price of 40 mangoes. So we have a certain number of mangoes here, and we have the price per mango, right? So this is the price per mango, and this is the number of mangoes, and here we have the total cost. So when we have number of mangoes as 50, that is the cost price of 50 mangoes, right? So the cost price of 50 mangoes is equal to the selling price of 40 mangoes. So there is a certain price per mango. Let us say the price per mango is X when you are buying it. So X times 50, your total cost is 50X. So the total cost remains the same. That is what is said. The cost price of 50 mangoes is equal to selling price of 40 mangoes. So the selling price of 40 mangoes is also 50X. So now the number has reduced. So we can again use this particular relationship. The number has reduced. So by how much should the price increase, right? So here again we can see the use of inverse relationship. So the number has reduced by how much? So from 50 it has become 40. That means it has reduced by 1/5. So when it is reducing by 1/5, as we can see here, when it is reducing by 1/5, then the other has to increase by 1/4, right? So the price per mango should become 1.25x. Earlier it was 1x. Now it increases by 25%. That is, it is increasing by 1/4. So it has become 1.25x multiplied by 40 numbers will give us 50x. So here, what is the profit percentage? So how do we calculate the profit percentage? Cost price plus profit is equal to selling price. So here we have the cost price is 1x and the selling price is 1.25x, right? This is the selling price per mango, this is the cost price per mango. So the profit per mango would be 25 paise, right? So 25 paise or 0.25 is the cost price, is the profit per mango, and there are X number of mangoes, right? So this would be 1x plus 0.25x will give us 1.25x. So in this case the profit would be 0.25x upon 1x, which is again 1/4. So the profit percentage is 1/4. So here we can see the profit is 1/4 of the cost price. That means it will be 25%. Now how to do this calculation in a more simpler way? Or rather we can skip all these steps over here. So all we have to remember is when the price per mango into number of mangoes is the cost price, right? So here we are having 50 mangoes. Here the price per mango is X, and here the total cost price would be 50x. It is said that the cost price of 50 mangoes is equal to the selling price of 40 mangoes. So these two has to be equal. So when these two are equal and the number is 40, that is, it is reducing by 1/5 of what it was earlier. So it has to increase by 1/4 of what it was earlier. So the price is increasing by 1/4. So this is your cost price, this is your selling price. So the cost price is increasing by 1/4. So when it is increasing by 1/4, that increases the profit. By how much it is increasing, that is the profit. So it increases by 1/4 means it is increasing by 25%. That means the profit percentage is 25%, right? So this way we can find profit percentage in such questions. So we can also look at this question as what will be the break even point. Break even point is when you are buying 50 mangoes, minimum how much should you sell, so that or rather when you sell 40 mangoes, then the cost price and selling price is same. So what is the profit percentage that you are taking considering here? In other words, if you buy 50 mangoes and your profit percentage is 25%, how many mangoes should you sell so that you reach a no profit no loss state? So you have paid certain amount for buying 50 mangoes and you have fixed that your profit percentage is 25%. So if you are fixing 25%, that means whatever your earlier price was, that will increase by 25%. It will increase by 1/4. So I am just twisting the question. Whatever the percentage that you have fixed is 25%, and now it is increasing, the price is increasing by 25%. So minimum how much should you sell? So minimum you will have to sell, you will have to deduct 1/5 from the original number. So that is, you will have to sell 4/5 of the number. So 4/5 of the number is 50 times 4/5, which is 40. So 4/5, this is how I get 4/5. That is, if my price increases by 25% or price increases by 1/4, then the number should decrease by 1/5. So when the number is 1, it is decreasing by 1/5. So what remains is 4/5. So if the number is 50, 50 times 4/5 will be 40. So the number of mangoes that I have to sell should be 40, right? So let us look at another example, a similar one. The cost price of 30 mangoes is equal to selling price of 40 mangoes. So we have cost price of, this is the number, 30 mangoes is equal to selling price of 40 mangoes. So there is a cost per mango. So this is mango. So cost price of 30 mangoes is equal to something. So let the cost price of one mango be X or whatever it is. So we have here 30x, and the selling price is also equal. That is, the selling price of 40 mangoes is equal to 30x. So we bought something for X rupees, we bought 30 mangoes for X rupees, and we are selling 40 mangoes for the same amount. So we bought 30 mangoes and we are selling 40 mangoes. This is assuming that we had some other earlier stock, let us say, because otherwise how can we sell 40 mangoes from 30 mangoes? So assuming that we had bought some more, so this is just an example that I am taking. We had some earlier stock, let us say. So the number is increasing by how much? From 30 it has become 40. So if the number is increasing by 1/3, that is, it is increasing by 10. So the increase is 1/3. So the decrease has to be, we had seen that when the increase is 1 by a, the decrease has to be 1 by a plus 1. So the decrease has to be 1 by 4. So the cost was X. Now it has to decrease by 1 by 4. So 1 minus 1 by 4. What remains would be 3 by 4. So again we have 3 by 4 X. Right? So this is our cost price, this is our selling price, and this is our loss. The loss percentage is nothing but loss upon cost price multiplied by 100. So it is 1/4 upon 1 multiplied by 100, that is 25%. So here again, if we remember this relationship, that is, if one increases by 1 by a, then the other decreases by 1 by a plus 1, because they are in inverse proportion. Again, this holds true when this is constant, like our speed, distance and time. Speed and time are inversely proportional, distance remains constant. So here the loss percentage would be 25. So such type of questions we can solve using this particular relationship of inverse relationship, and we'll see more of such techniques in the next videos. Thank you.